We're at Wildwood Park where this morning the Sheboygan A's take on the Milwaukee Tropics in Game 2 of the WABC tournament. Sheboygan winning yesterday against the Chicago Rockies in an interesting game by a score of 8-6. Sheboygan will also play later today at 4 o'clock versus the Milwaukee Beavers. Alongside Lucas Schulze, I'm Mike Martin. We'll be bringing you today's game. Lucas, interesting game yesterday. Hopefully Casey Stone can take us to a victory today. He's our starting pitcher.
Yeah, it was all about offense. Not a whole lot of pitching involved, especially early. It felt like every team was scoring in each inning. It was just back and forth, but Sheboygan able to pull up that win. Stone last time didn't have his best stuff, you would say, on the mound, but he didn't give up any runs and got the save at Kenosha, against Kenosha. So hopefully he can tailor that same type of outing here tonight.
Good news in terms of Sheboygan's lineup is Harry Stelz back.
Yeah, Harry's probably the leader, whatever you want to call him. He's the best player on this team for a long time, and to have him in the lineup is just so valuable for Sheboygan's offense.
On a negative side, we had a couple of injuries yesterday, and both those players will not be in this game.
Yeah, Jacob Neese, Cal Casper, two guys who we saw go down. Hopefully those injuries aren't too serious and they keep them out long term, but at least for right now, Sheboygan's got to find some answers.
Stone's first pitch to Zach Deneau is fouled off. Zach is the leadoff hitter, obviously, and playing center field. Defensively for Sheboygan, they got Jimmy at first, Wagner at second, Harry's at third, George Haas Jr. is at short. Around the outfield, Emmett Salin in left, Alex Ames in center, Chase Hanselman in right, Stone pitching, and Lash catching. You'd mentioned you think it's his first catching duties here at Wildwood this year.
Yes.
Zano goes down on swinging. Not a good swing there. Good pitch by Stone. Most of Connor's activities here at Wildwood have been as a DH.
And we also saw him play first earlier this week against Green Bay, so he's kind of been a little more diverse position-wise than he was last season with the emergence of Cal Casper's defensive abilities this year.
Jacob Neese was here today. He's not in uniform. Nice to have him around. Had a chance to speak with him. He's feeling pretty bummed, obviously. I did not see Cal Casper down there. I don't think he's here today. He got hit in his privates, and he'll be out today. Also not in the starting lineup, but here is Riley Palmquist. Riley injured himself making that diving tag attempt in yesterday's game. He'll be apparently starting game 2.
Maybe just want to get a little bit of a rest. Maybe a little sore right now. Especially in a tournament like this. You don't want to push yourself too much when it's not like a league game. You want to be healthiest as possible for those state league games,
Yeah,
where Sheboygan's
exactly.
currently first place.
We knew about Casper and Neese's injuries because just the way things worked out. It was a little surprising to hear that Riley had hurt himself yesterday also.
He's a tough player. His ability just to stay in that game even though he's probably hurting. And that's nothing against Cal and Jacob because those are serious in what Jacob did. Shoulder coming out of place. That is unbelievable amount of pain. And then Cal, there's no way you can avoid when that kind of situation happens to you.
David Klyer up to bat for the Tropics, and he takes one on the shoulder. Hopefully Klyer will be okay. That was a fastball in. That brings up the number 3 hitter, A.J. Kisting.
When Stone was at his best, he had command of both that breaking ball and his fastball, especially that breaking ball. When he was off against Kenosha when he was walking batters, he couldn't find the command of that breaking ball, and all of a sudden, he becomes a very predictable pitcher, only throwing fastballs. So hopefully if he can locate both those pitches, it'll be a successful outing for him.
The other thing that Casey ran into problems with in his first 7 2/3 innings is he's walked 5 batters. They need to get that under control. He's also hit 2 and now he's hit 3. So you look at the walks and the hit by pitches, he's got a lot of putting on a lot of runners, and then he's given up more hits than innings pitched. Hopefully that'll all change today, though.
Yeah, the bases loaded in that Kenosha game in the 6th with 1 out, and he got the inning-ending double play to get himself out of it.
That was sweet.
Yeah. So
1 ball, 2 strike pitch. And a hanger drilled out to left field for a hit.
So we know he can get those ground balls when he needs them on the mound. Doesn't help if you're putting pitches in that location, though.
That's gonna hurt you. Hanging breaking balls. One out, runners on first and second for the Tropics. I did not hear how they did. They played a game in the tournament
They
yet?
did. They lost 5-0 to the Kewaskum A's,
Okay.
a neutral opponent with Sheboygan. Played them twice. That game was on Thursday.
Jax Calvary is the on-deck hitter. We were not able to find a whole lot on the Tropics, but one thing I thought I saw is I think they play their games in Franklin. Is that right?
Yeah, right where the Milkmen play. They have that complex.
Yeah, it's a very nice
Yes.
complex. You can actually see it from I-94 as you're heading towards Madison.
Pretty sure that's the complex that has like the fields designed like the MLB fields. Like they have the wall heights like a Fenway and
okay,
stuff.
that I didn't know.
I'm almost certain that that's the same complex.
Casey got a bit of a break there. It was a high pitch, and Zielinski checked his swing and just popped it up. And nice little catch by Casey, taking the pressure off of Harry. Calverley is up. He's the right fielder. He's got one of those situations where 2-out hit could score a run. Hits one to right, and it drops in, a base hit. It will plate a run. Not waiting around, Jack's hit that one right down the line. Good job by Hanselman to get it in quickly. Hold the batter to a single.
And I think it was a great play by Hanselman also to let that drop in front of him. You go for that diving attempt, and again, it could end the inning if you make the catch, but if it goes under your glove, that's a triple at minimum. Being conservative early in this game's the right move.
Runners on the corners, 2 outs. Dan Peterson is up. Peterson playing out in left field today. Ball is fouled straight back. Sheboygan comes in with an overall record of 16-9, 1-0 in the tournament. Drive into right. That's a diving attempt, and it's made by Hanselman. Oh boy, good catch. And after a half inning of play, the Tropics lead it 1-0.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support programs like Boys and Girls Clubs and Girls Who Code that show kids they can dream anything and do even more.
Jeans that fit just right, and the radio.
Number 46 is the pitcher. Lucas, why don't you take us through the defense for the Tropics?
Defensively for the Milwaukee Tropics from left to right in the outfield, Dan Peterson's in left. The center fielder is Zach Denau. In right field is Jax Calverley. And the infielder around the horn from third to first, David Klyer, Gabe Zielinski, Scott Kodeski, and then Jacob Zielinski is at first. And behind the plate is A.J. Kisting for Sam Waters on the mound.
Waters, tall, thin right-hander. Looks like he throws pretty good. Our lineup, we have Ames leading off in center. Chase Hanselman in right made that fine play to end the top of the first. Harry Stelz hitting third. Connor Lash fourth. Hudson Wagner, who's been hitting well his last several games, is batting fifth and playing second. Jimmy Jurgensen is at first, hitting sixth. Brad Reinfleisch is at DH, hitting seventh. Emmett Salen is playing left field and batting eighth. And batting ninth, the shortstop, George Haas Jr.
Slab that's coming off a hot start yesterday. Put up 8 runs as a team against the Rockies, against the pitcher who had their number the first time that they met him.
Henry Poznansky is the the Milwaukee Tropics manager. He's the DH today for them. Tim Moyer, of course, Sheboygan's manager. Alex steps in hitting .246, but his on-base percentage has been really good. .684.
That's plus slugging.
Okay, that counts too.
His on-base percentage is over 400 though.
Yeah. Ooh, a pitch inside, just missed hitting Alex.
Also leads the team by a wide margin in the hit by pitches category, extending that lead last night for his 11th time being hit by a pitch.
Pitch looked outside, but umpire Doug Steinke liked it and called it a strike. On the bases is Darren Rutledge.
We saw
Game time temperature 70 degrees, beautiful day out there.
We saw in the first inning for Milwaukee while they were hitting. The zone's a little bit wider to that right side for Steinke behind the plate.
It's just inside. Makes the count 3-1. Waiting on deck is Hanselman. Sunny skies. Couple of wispy clouds up there. Otherwise, very, very nice. Gentle breeze. Alex didn't like that call either. It was closer than the first strike, though.
Ames probably thinks he's seen 5 balls in this at bat.
Pop up on the infield, and catch is made by their second baseman. Boy, Hanselman saw himself on base 2 different times and wound up, Ames 2 different times and wound up popping it up. Hanselman is next. Hanselman has a nice story. Sitting in about the 240s, you said? Now he's up to over 300.
Nearly 330. His average was down to about his lowest point. He started off really hot and then cooled off a little bit, as you would think, and it was down about 258-ish, and now he's up to 327 after his last 5 hits in 2 games.
Chase does have a home run this year. Swinging a foul tick. Kisting making the catch. Makes the count no balls and 2 strikes. Sam Waters, the pitcher for the Tropics. There's a ball down the right field line, but just left field line, but just foul. There's the case, Lucas, where Waters hung a curveball, and we hit it pretty hard, but he caught a break because it was foul.
Sometimes your eyes light up so much, then you just got out in front of it like Hanselman did there to foul it off.
Breaking ball hit out to shortstop, and Zielinski makes the catch. A couple easy pop-ups for Sheboygan. That brings up Harry. Harry comes in hitting .390, 5 home runs, 8 doubles. Been an extra base hitting machine this year. Make that 6 doubles and 5 homers.
We haven't seen Harry in a while. It's been about a week.
Yeah, and I just said hi to him. Didn't talk to him. I don't know what was up. Hey, Harry, how's it going? Yeah, pretty good. Where were you? None of your business. Harry checked his swing. No swing. Appealed to the first base umpire. That evens the count at 2-2. There's 2 outs. We're in the bottom of the first inning. Harry with a line drive single to left.
Great piece of hitting there by Harry. Still got into his hitter's count. Saw a pitch he liked, lined in left field for the first day's hit of the day.
That brings up Connor Lash. You were mentioning before the game, Connor had a great season with Concordia. Hasn't been able to continue that success so far with Sheboygan. It's that one out towards left field. It's dropping fast, but making the catch out there was Peterson, and that ends the Sheboygan first after 1 inning of play. Milwaukee's up 1-0.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you don't just feed yourself or your family. You help support programs like Simply Give that feed our neighbors in need.
Thank you.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Wingism number 1, the Flavor Saver. Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 2, the Joker.
Then her dad walked in. Dude, we're done eating. Use a napkin.
You serious?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Why so serious?
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Casey Stone warming up, getting ready to face Jacob Zielinski, the Tropics first baseman. He starts second inning play. We mentioned Sheboygan will be playing later today against the Milwaukee Beavers. And in terms of Sunday action, we know there will be no games here at Wildwood on Sunday. Any games that Sheboygan plays in this tournament on Sunday would be in West Bend at Regner Park, a very nice facility. And I'm not sure, maybe after the second game when you're going to be the lead announcer for that 4 o'clock game, I will not be here. Maybe you'll be able to get some information and let our fans know when Sheboygan will be playing again. Otherwise, you'll have to depend on CJ, who will have to update the website.
Yeah, semifinal and the championship will both be there tomorrow. Top 4 teams advance. Like we were saying yesterday, Wildwood's not the only site hosting these games right now. Even Regner Park's still having some games there.
Zielinski up. Stone threw that first pitch right down Main Street for a strike. And try to between the leg, that didn't work. But goes over to Wagner, who picks it up and throws out the runner.
And that could be a difficult play to make off that deflection. You're going one way, and all of a sudden you have to change your momentum. And Wagner did a nice job of fielding and throwing that one in plenty of time to get Zielinski.
So are we going to do that put out 1-4-3? Has the pitcher touched it?
You could technically do that, couldn't you?
Yeah. I'm going to do it that way.
Yeah.
Looked like he ticked it a little bit.
Yeah.
CJ confirmed it. 1-4-3. On the other side of the table, CJ, not on this side. CJ is the boss up here. We always listen. It's a good thing you weren't here yesterday, CJ. Danny was just, I don't know, we just couldn't keep him under control without your discipline in the house. Yeah. Nope, everything went well. Stone with a good breaking ball, and Kadaski swinging a miss. That's strikeout number 2 for Casey.
And that's when he's at his best, when he is a two-dimensional pitcher instead of just a one-dimensional pitcher. He'd be able to throw that breaking ball and having the hitter guessing like Kodaski was there.
Tropics manager Harry Poznanski up. When they lined up for the national anthem, Lucas, I don't know if you noticed, but I counted how many players were lined up for Milwaukee, and they only had 9 lined up. Now, there might have been somebody sitting in the dugout, but they do not have a large squad here today.
Yeah, that's for sure.
And Carlin was saying that Henry, the batter, didn't know the pitcher.
Yeah.
It'd be the first time they ever met, and he didn't have a uniform, so he didn't know what number he was going to have until he got here. So, I like to call that a fly-by-night operation.
Yeah. Well, he threw a scoreless first inning, so he knows him by now. But yeah, that's got to be interesting for a manager not to know who you're putting on the mound. in a
Yeah,
tournament
exactly.
game.
Stone's pitch is up in the strike zone, makes the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. There are 2 outs, and we're in the second inning. Breaking ball is up high. Now, that one was high out of the strike zone, not so bad, but earlier in the game he threw that pitch that was a breaking ball high, and it wound up being hit for a base hit. And a called strike 3 on the number 9, Henry Poznansky, and that ends the Tropic second.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support organizations like Hope House Mission and New Hope Shelter that give people around here warmth, shelter, and care.
Me spells the great taste of Sheboygan.
What does it take to stay in business for 75 years? It's not only featuring USDA choice beef. It's not caring about every single one of our 30 varieties of bratwurst. Nope. After being family owned for 3 generations, we've learned it's about you. At Miesfeld's Market, we give back to the community and our customers always come first. Since 1941, we've been feeding our neighbors, so come by and see what we've got today.
Wingism number 3, the Peter Heater.
Oh, so hot. Oh, so hot!
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 4, tea time.
What are you, having tea with the queen?
Hello.
Nice.
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Back here at Wildwood Park, getting ready to start second inning action, bottom of the second. Hudson Wagner's going to be leading it off. Hudson hitting 297, and he struggled his first couple games, but he's been pretty much on a tear since then.
Yeah, he started off 1 for 11, and all of a sudden now he's hitting 297, as you mentioned. So what a turnaround for him, and he's become a consistent everyday player in this lineup, whether it be in the outfield or at second base, and he's proven why.
He showed good speed on that game-winning hit by Cal Casper, where he went from second to home on a ball that was hit into a very short right that the second baseman was able to knock down, but couldn't get the throw home in time.
After he started off 1 for 11, he's hit 385 since. Sometimes it's just that little adjustment period from college ball over.
Yes.
And he's also coming off an injury as well, which makes it that much more difficult.
A good breaking pitch that time by Waters. Took a little something off, had Hudson fooled. No balls and 2 strikes. Jimmy waiting on deck. Well, Waters looked very good on that, on Hudson's at bat.
Yeah, it's great breaking ball that time. Had Hudson guessing and chased that one on 0-2 pitch.
Sometimes the pitcher just has the better of you. Jimmy homered yesterday. Tied for the team lead now with Harry at 20 RBIs. Harry still leads it in home runs with 5. Jimmy has 4.
I feel like this is definitely an uptick in home runs from what we've seen the last couple of years for this
Yeah.
A's offense.
Definitely from last year. Last year seemed to be a down year for us. Two balls and one strike, the count to Jurgensen. Jimmy took that inside pitch and turned it around with a base hit to right. Hit it solidly. Got it past the first baseman.
And he continues to hit this season. Came in hitting 339 and got the hands in on the inside pitch, as you mentioned. Sends it into right field for a base hit. See if Sheboygan can advance him.
Brad Reinfleisch up. Brad has a 227 batting average, but I can tell you this right now, he's a better hitter than that. He's in his 9th season with Sheboygan.
He was up to over 270, and then, you know, when he doesn't have a lot of at-bats, 1 0 for day brings it back down to that 220.
Exactly. That's my point.
Yeah.
Poke that one out to short center field. It drops for a hit. He didn't get all of it, but just enough.
Sometimes that's all you need. We saw that yesterday against Chicago. They had several balls that weren't hit very hard that just got over the head of A's infielders or just landed in front of them. Part of the reason why they put up so many runs.
That was the 3rd hit by Sheboygan. Emmett Salen is up next. Emmett is not seeing consistent action, and when you're not seeing consistent playing time, it hurts you at bat. It's hard to get in a groove. It's a slow roller to short. Play is to first, and in time. Runners advance, but with 2 outs and runners on second and third, it's up to George Haas.
It's a great play by Zielinski, not trying to force it to second base. As the ball was hit softly, Reinfleisch probably going to be there anyway, but just to get that 1 out on that play.
Haas playing at shortstop today. Riley Palmquist sitting out game 1. Breaking ball is in for a strike on the inside corner. Sheboygan with a chance to take the lead. Ball is in the dirt, goes all the way back to the screen. Does not get a friendly bounce. That's going to be a wild pitch.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Sheboygan ties it up.
A lot of times when we see that ball go back there like that speed, it bounces right back off that concrete, and it didn't that time, and that helped out because Jimmy would have been toast had it happened that way. So Sheboygan ties up anyway. Now runner in third base for Haas.
Brad's on at third. That pitch is inside. Makes the count 2 balls and 1 strike. Sheboygan scores a run on a wild pitch. That ties it up at 1. Trying to take the lead. See if George can come through. Another pitch outside. Good stop that time by Kisting.
And Haas is just 1 walk behind Harry to tie for the team lead. Something he's been really elite at this season. Even if his average isn't where he wants it to be, he still finds ways on base.
There's a base knock to center field, and that'll drive home the lead run. Good job by George.
And Haas has been a different hitter these past 2 weeks. He's hitting the ball a lot harder, and he's always been working the at-bats. He always, as I mentioned before, finds his way on base, but the contact is starting to be there, consistent contact, and it brings in the go-ahead run there.
Alex Ames is up. I would not be surprised to see George try to steal second early in the count. Alex, first pitch swinging, it's going to be a foul ball. Three ball players, three Tropics over there, but none of them could catch it. And Haas was not running on that first pitch.
Definitely interesting. You think maybe didn't want to be predictable running that first pitch, maybe second or third pitch, you see him on the go. Maybe see an auto take from Ames to let him take second base.
Haas made a move like he was going to steal, but then he held up. I think he thought Waters might be executing a pickoff move. Sheboygan on top. They've scored a couple here in the second. Lead it 2-1. Haas on the move, and the pitch gets away. It's going to be a stolen base. Ames now with an opportunity to drive home a run.
And that just puts more pressure on the Tropics defense. Having the catcher back there thinking about Haas taking third maybe. Knowing he's got great speed. Kisting.
Ames got a good rip at it, but fouled it off. Down the right field side into the bullpen area for the Tropics. Kind of where the batting screen is over there.
Yeah, we saw that get hit last night too.
Yeah.
Along with the pole and the roof.
Waters pitch. It's high and outside. 3-2 pitch coming up. Haas will not be running. Have to wait. There's a line hit right at the through the third baseman's legs. Boy, it looked like an easy ground ball pickup. And hustling right out of the box was Ames. He goes all the way to second on that error on the third baseman.
And that looked like a routine play over there for the third baseman, Clyer, but we'll take it any way we can get him. We saw that yesterday with Lugo over at third for the Rockies. Really struggled to make some routine plays, and it cost the Rockies. They had 5 errors. A lot of the reasons why the A's won that game, but just force your way on base. Manufacture runs.
Good hustle by Alex. Now Hanselman with a chance to drive home a run again. He hits a soft liner into left field, a base hit. And the throw is coming home. It's a strong one, but not in time. Good hustle by Ames and a nice hit by Hanselman. Boy, Sheboygan coming through with 2 outs here in the second inning.
I thought that this game would be tied 1-1 going into the third by the way the 2 outs. But 2 out hitting, 2 out rally. George Haas starting off with a single. Ames reached on the air, then Chase Hanselman just hitting it just over the shortstop's head, bringing another A's run.
There's another thing. When as soon as Chase saw where the throw was going, he was hustling to second base. If the left fielder gets that throw down where the cutoff man could maybe catch it and throw to second, that would have been a better option. But high throws like that, that's why they always say, Lucas, hit the cutoff man.
Yes.
So still 2 outs. Hurry up. Chance for a 2-out RBI. Reclaim that RBI lead for the team with 21.
Kiston did a good job of selling it, though. He just stood straight up the whole time, making Ames feel like the ball wasn't coming in then when it came in, but throw was too high to make anything of it.
Good speed at second. Hit to the outfield, should score another run. Here he takes that breaking pitch on the inside corner. It's called a strike. He didn't like it. I thought it was a pretty good pitch. 1 ball and 2 strikes. That pitch is outside. Waters wanted it. He was starting to walk to the dugout.
Well, we've seen that spot be called a couple times in the first inning, but not as much here in the second. Stanky's kind of tightened up that zone on the outside corner to righties.
Here he took a good pitch that time, called strike 3, and that ends the Sheboygan second, but not before. They come up with 4 runs, and after 2 complete, it's Sheboygan 4, Milwaukee 1.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you shop for more than yourself. You help support sustainability in all our communities.
Thank you.
Today, tomorrow, and for years to come.
Lucas, that was a nice 4-run inning. A lot of action after 2 outs.
I talked about George Haas started that party, getting the hit to bring home the run, and then Alex Ames reached on the air right under the glove of the third baseman, followed by Chase Hanselman dumping one over the shortstop. Leads to 4 runs for Sheboygan, and now they got that 3-run advantage in just a 7-inning game.
We've seen this movie before. It's important that Casey, go after that first hitter. Let's not start the inning off with a walk. He did end the second inning with 2 strikeouts.
After your offense gets hot, you want to get them back to the plate. Don't want to make them sit and wait defensively.
Those runs in the second, two of the 4 were earned. There's a line drive. Foul down in the corner, down the left field line.
Those have been the pitches that have hurt Stone when he just misses over the middle of the plate. Tropics are taking advantage of that. When he's located his pitches on the corners and causing them to chase, that's when he's began his strikeouts and his soft groundouts, but he's been hit hard a couple times on those missed locations.
Casey having a little trouble with that breaking pitch. Been hanging it, and sometimes even when he gets it in the strike zone, it's not very crisp. Pop up on the infield. And Stone says, I'll take care of this, and he does. Makes the catch. That's the second pop-ups he's caught in the ball game. You don't see that very often.
Yeah, we saw it on Wednesday against the Blue Ribbons, where the pitcher called everybody off, then got out of the way, and the ball dropped in between 5 players.
Cheap way to get a hit, but we'll take it. David Klyer up. David was hit by a pitch, and he scored the lone Tropics run back in the first inning. Klyer was a victim of that ground ball. it go through his legs. We're not sure what's up, if Casey Stone hurt himself or what. But Stanky walking out, now he's walking back. Maybe he slipped on his when his plant foot hit the ground. We're not sure.
Yeah, I didn't see anything. I kind of looked down right after the pitch. So you see Stanky walking out of the way. The A's have been going down recently.
Yep. Three injuries yesterday. We mentioned Nice is at the ballpark, but not in uniform. He will not play today. Cal Casper is not even here. He got hurt late in the game. There's a ball hit out to left. An easy catch for Salen. And then Tim told us today that Riley Palmquist would not start game one because he got injured later in the game last night.
Yeah, you never want to lose 3 starters in one game alone. That's detrimental to your team, especially a tournament against a non-league opponents.
AJ Kisting, the catcher, is up. Kisting singled back in the first. Pitch is fouled off.
And so far in these first 2 2/3 innings, Stone's had a lot better command. There's been spots where he kind of loses it, but it hasn't been killing him. It hasn't been multiple batters in a row that he's completely lost command. He seems to find it towards the end of at-bats.
Call, strike 3, good fastball. And that ends the Milwaukee third.
Let me tell you a story about a beer rooted in the heart of America, found in a community where a handshake is a sure contract, brewed for those who found opportunity in challenge and hope in tomorrow, raised by generations willing to sip, share, risk, remember. This is a story bigger than beer. This is the story of the American spirit.
All right, guys, we got teriyaki, honey barbecue, and mild. Enjoy. All right, DOA wings, hottest on the menu.
You got a problem?
Sheboygan A's golf outing is Sunday, August 16th at Town & Country. You can sign up on the A's website. That's always a fun event. I highly recommend getting involved in that. Our next home game will be on Tuesday against the West Dallas Nationals. It's a 7:30 game.
Part of an MLB type series against the Nationals. Played them 3 games in a row.
Yeah. They're going to take their team picture together. Leading off the Sheboygan third will be Connor Lash. Connor hit a lazy fly ball out to left his first time. Waters still on the mound for Milwaukee. There's a base hit to left. Lash with a good stroke.
And that's the type of stuff we were seeing last year. Hard hit contact right past the infielders into the outfield. Just a matter of time before that average starts looking like what it did last year, 300 plus.
Hudson Wagner had a really tough at bat against Waters to start the second inning. Waters was in total command, and Hudson just not able to hit the ball against him. Had a good rip there, came up empty.
That breaking ball has had him guessing. He's chased a couple times now on both his at-bats.
Bill Wagner not here today. Danny taking care of that job. Bill, matter of fact, Bill said he thought he'd be here around 12 o'clock. So he'll definitely be here for game 2. Bill said he had to work this morning, if that's what you want to call it. Pitch is way outside. Count is 3-1 to Hudson. Connor not looking like he wants to steal a base. And Tim Boyer in the third base coach's box with his arms folded. He doesn't want him stealing either. There's a pitch hit over third baseman. Had it, dropped it, picks it up again, and it's going to be too late. Another error on Klyer, the third baseman. He's had a tough day.
It's not like they've been difficult plays. I mean, obviously we're sitting up here talking about it, not making the plays ourselves, but seems like they've been pretty routine opportunities for Klyer. Has been able to come up with either of his chances.
I think that's a great observation, Lucas. You know, there are some plays where you do your best to get to the ball, and maybe because of your efforts you wind up committing an error, but those are just routine plays. First and second, nobody out. Jimmy's up. Jimmy Jurgensen singled in the second, that 4-run inning for Sheboygan, and also scored on a wild pitch. The ground ball to second. Get the out at second. No relay. Looked like they had a good chance to get Jimmy at first, but there was no throw. So make it a 4-6 put out at second. Jimmy's on at first, and Lash advances to third base.
Now it's a big chance for Sheboygan to add on with, even though we're at the bottom of the order, I mean, you definitely want a guy like Brad Reinflesch at the plate with the runners on base.
Brad's up. Brad singled to center field his last time. That first pitch for a strike. Good pitch by Waters, getting ahead on the count.
Brad hasn't had many of these opportunities this season, only 2 at-bats with runners in scoring position. 1 for 2, so he's hitting .500.
There's another hanger. Base hit to left. Trying to throw that breaking pitch, and it just hung up right into the eyes of Brad Reinflesch, and he made him pay that base hit to left.
Sheboygan adds on again. 5-1 now A's. Brad Reinflesch coming up big in the 7th spot in the order. Now see if Emmett Stalin can continue to give Sheboygan some more insurance.
Now there, we should figure out his average now, being 2 for 2. Brad was 227 coming into the game. He's got 2 hits. Sheboygan looking to do more damage. They have 1 run in, and they have runners on first and second. Brad is now up to 291. Emmett sailing up. Emmett grounded to short. His first time up, takes that pitch for a strike.
So you can't, you see him at 227 coming in, you're thinking, oh, why is that so low? Then 20 minutes later, it's up to 292.
Yeah.
You got less than 30 at bats, that's what kind of happened.
Emmett pops that one up around home plate. And making the catch was Kisting. Good play by him. That brings up George Haas with another chance to drive in a run with 2 outs.
Came up clutch last time, had a hard hit base hit in the center field.
There are 2 outs, so Jimmy will be running on the crack of the bat. That'll help. Jimmy not a real fast runner, but he could score on a base hit to the outfield. First pitch is a ball to Haas. Ryan Fleisch on at first. That pitch just a tad up. Looked pretty close. Alex is waiting on deck. He'd love to come to bat with the bases loaded.
Yeah, just get hit by a pitch and bring in a run.
Yeah. Who needs to hit? Get hit. 2 balls and 1 strike. Haas singled in a run in the second. Starting to get that average up there. George, not a big guy, goes 5'9", 140. That strike makes the count 3-2. Runners will be on the move with 2 outs. There's a line drive, base hit to right. Jurgensen chugging around third. He'll score. And runners on first and third after an RBI hit again by George Haas. What a good piece of hitting.
Yeah, you said it. What a great piece of hitting with 2 strikes and with 2 outs again. Mr. 2-out rally, George Haas bringing in another run. Extends the lead to 5 now for Sheboygan, giving them some insurance.
It was kind of cool to see Jimmy chugging around third.
It helped that he was running on the pitch, made that a little bit easier for him to score on that play.
Runners on the corners. Alex aims up. Haas is on the move. And the first pitch is a strike. But give Haas a stolen base, his second of the game. He had a similar situation in the second with runners on first and third, and he was able to steal second. Breaking ball is just a little bit inside. Looked pretty good from up here. Ames reached on that ground ball to third, I believe it was, went right through the wickets of Claire.
And he's hitting .333 with runners in scoring position this season, 4 for 12. Being a leadoff hitter, you don't get as many opportunities as maybe the 3, 4, or 5 guys do.
Alex always has his fan club right below us in the second row. Mom and Dad. Three and 1 is the count. Had a good pitch to hit, but all he could do is foul it back. Good speed at second in the Haas. Brad's over at third. Put a little pressure on the catcher again, keeping the ball in front. Don't let it get by you. Pitch is low, and that loads the bases. 2 runs in. Chance to get more. Hanselman singled in a run his first time.
And Sheboygan in the last inning had 8 come to the plate, and now this is already the 8th man in this inning with Hanselman now.
Sheboygan scored 4 in the second. They've got 2 more in the third. They could really break it wide open with a hit here. A good rip by Chase.
Waters challenged him with that first pitch, and Ames couldn't catch up to the heat. Or I should say Hanselman couldn't catch up to the heat.
Chase's mom and dad usually sit in front of the press box over where the sky box is actually. Today they're out in the sun in the grandstands on the third base side, putting the sunscreen on, hoping for Chase to get a base hit. The ball is popped into right center field, deep, way back there, and it drops. It's going to clear the bases. Oh boy, what a hit. Hanselman with a bases clearing double.
And we had talked about it coming in. Chase Hanselman came in with 1 RBI. As good as he'd been hitting, it was just shocking that he only had 1 RBI. He's got 4 in today's game. We're in the 3rd inning.
And am I okay to say it's officially a blowout?
Yeah, we're getting into run rule territory now.
9-1. And the Tropics want to talk about what they're going to do with Harry.
Definitely not the start Poznanski was looking from his new pitcher. Getting up 9 runs in less than 3 innings.
When Chase first hit that ball, and I'm trying to track it, the poles were in the way. I thought they're just going to run over and catch it, but it just kept on going.
Yeah, it wasn't a great route by the right fielder, Calverley. It wasn't an easy catch either over his head, but we'll take a double. Didn't hit his glove. It's going to be a hit in every book.
It was nice to have Ames on first because he's a really fast runner. He had no problem scoring from first.
And they're going with 2 outs anyway.
Harry's up. Harry singled and struck out. 1 for 2 on the day. Takes that first pitch for a ball. Hanselman with good speed on at second. He should be able to score on a hit to the outfield. There's a line drive, but right at the center fielder, Deneau, and he makes the grab, and that finally ends Sheboygan's third, but they do come up with 5 more runs, and they lead it after 3 complete, 9-1.
Estimated hold time is now less than 96 minutes. Thank you for your patience.
Sorry, are you still there?
Yes.
Okay, please hold.
We're trying to figure out how many runs were earned in the Sheboygan 5-run third, and it looks like, to me, possibly one or none of the runs were earned. We'll have to look into it a little closer. But the important part is we're up 9-1, and Stone is looking pretty good.
Yeah, hopefully he can continue that. See how long he goes in this game. It's supposed to be Stone, and then Lavisa is supposed to be the man who's supposed to relieve him, but we'll see.
I thought
Stone
you
can go
told me
7.
that Lavisa was going to pitch game 2.
Oh, yeah. I'm forgetting there's 2 games today. Stone in game 1.
Also,
game 2.
Eric Schmitz's name was somehow mentioned.
For West Dallas on Tuesday.
Okay. So Schmitty's going on Tuesday. Be another reason to get to the ballpark, see that game. The Wizards are going to be here on Tuesday night, over on the Bud Party deck. You guys will just have to carry on without me. I hope you can do it. Pop up on the infield. And for some reason, nobody could find out where it was. I think Jimmy knew, but he just couldn't get there, and they let it drop, and it rolls foul. And bit of a break for Sheboygan, I guess.
A great job by Lash, not letting it hit him and make it stay fair.
Yeah, he had no clue where it was. He should have kept his helmet on. So Gabe Zielinski still up there. 1 ball and 2 strikes. It's sunny, but I don't think it should cause them to not be able to track a pop-up. And Casey Stone makes quick work of him with his 5th strikeout.
He just wanted Stone to get his strikeout. That's what it was.
That could be it. Jax Calvary up. Calvary took that suspicious route on the bases clearing double by Hanselman.
And now Milwaukee's got to be careful if they want to play more than 5 innings in this game. Sheboygan's only 2 runs away from putting that run rule into effect.
Breaking ball is out of the strike zone, makes the count 2 balls and 1 strike. We're in the top of the 4th. It should be a 7-inning game unless the run rule becomes a factor. Bouncing ball out to Wagner, makes a nice play.
Wagner's a really solid second baseman. What a play that was on the run, fielding and throwing off his back foot, making a nice play.
We mentioned his versatility has come into play a couple of times throughout the season, and with him starting to hit, makes him even more valuable. Swinging at that first pitch was Dan Peterson, the Tropics left fielder. Dan flew out to right on what was a diving catch by Hanselman to end the first. If that one would have dropped in, it would have been at least 1 more run for Milwaukee. Hit that one solidly out to Salen, who scoops it up and throws it in. Jacob Zielinski had that unusual ground out, the 1-4-3.
You don't see it very often, but you know, when it hits off the pitcher's glove, it counts as a part of the putout.
That ended a 9-batter streak for Casey Stone. That single by Peterson.
Yeah, the top half of the innings have been moving right along. It's the A's part of the innings that have taken most time. That's why this game is moving at a slower pace when you put up 9 runs and 9 of them combined in 2 innings.
In regards to yesterday's game, that's how it was too. Later in the game, when it got a little more settled down, the game moved along more quickly, but those first probably three and a half innings, it was a chore. A lot of runs being scored, a lot of base runners. That pitch is a strike, makes it 2 balls and 1 strike. There are 2 outs. Peterson's on at first with his base hit. Nice thing about Casey's start so far is he hasn't walked anybody. Has 5 strikeouts. Soft liner over to Wagner. He's got it. Makes the play, and that ends the Milwaukee 4th. After 3.5, Sheboygan on top 9-1.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support programs like Boys and Girls Clubs and Girls Who Code that show kids they can dream anything and do even more.
Cold beer on a Friday night, a pair of jeans that fit just right, and the radio.
Getting ready to start the Sheboygan 4th inning. They lead it 9-1. They're 2 runs away from invoking the 10-run rule. They'd have to shut Milwaukee down in the top of the 5th.
New pitcher on the mound.
Connor Lash is going to lead off against this new pitcher. You got a name on that kid? Waters didn't pitch all that bad.
Looks like Clyer, number 15.
Okay. Taking Clyer off of third base, making him the pitcher. We're not sure about any other defensive moves. But Connor Lash is going to be the first batter he faces.
It's kind of a loss for the A's the way Clyer had been playing at third base.
Yeah, good point.
Put him on the mound.
First pitch is a strike. Evans calling it 1-1. Sheboygan trying to, whip ball is inside. Off the bat of Lash. It looked like it might hit him in the hands, but it hit the bat. It's going to go as a foul ball.
Maybe it hit both the hands and the bat. Looks like Lash isn't in too much pain, so maybe it just hit the bat alone.
Yeah, that's a good thing. We don't need anyone else getting injured. We don't have a number 9. Oh, it's Marco
Folletti.
Marco Folletti's at third base. Two balls and 1 strike. It's a count. Yeah, pitch is in the dirt. 3-1. Says 3-1 on the scoreboard. Yep, I'm going with that. Okay. Danny knows what he's doing down there. Makes you think you know everything.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, yeah.
Like you said, it was 2-2. Nice going, Danny. 3-2 is the count. And fouled straight back. That's the last time I don't listen to you, Lucas.
Yeah, exactly.
You even got it right about the Cub Brewers series this weekend. Way to hang in there, Connor. Connor singled and scored his last time up.
Great at bat by Lash so far, fouling off some pitches, working it to a full count, see if he can win this battle versus Clyer.
Ball's fouled straight back again.
And we've talked about in the past about how frustrating it is for a pitcher, especially the first batter you see on the mound, to foul off so many pitches and work the count, just can't put them away.
Took a little something off of that pitch and got Connor swinging and missing. Good pitch by the new pitcher for the Tropics, Claire. Hudson Wagner up. Hudson struck out and reached on an error. So for 2. Made some nice plays at second base. Rips that one deep left field. And a good running catch made by the left fielder, Peterson. That's the second nice play he's made today.
Well, 2 outs has been the time where Sheboygan's thrived in this game. The second and third inning where they've gotten most of their damage has been with 2 outs.
All right, I think I've got it figured out for Sam Waters, the Milwaukee starter. He goes 3 innings, gave up 9 hits, 9 runs, but only 3 of those were earned. Walked 1, struck out 2. With a little bit of help from his teammates, Sam would have had a better day.
A 2-out error can sometimes be a pitcher's stat line's best friend.
Yeah, in that regard, take away those earned runs. Jimmy fouls that ball back. Fairly nice crowd for a Saturday morning. For a Tuesday night, not so much. We doing 50-50 today? We had from my perspective, the games that I remember, had an all-time low the other night, $46 given away.
Still $46 more you could win at the ballpark, though.
That's right. Yep. But then you wouldn't be listening to Golden Voices of Sheboygan A's live stream.
You can listen to it while you're at the game.
Sit right in front of the press box.
Yes.
Again, the players, this time Milwaukee's players, having trouble locating that pop-up. Late start by Kisting.
That sun's giving them problems. You'd have to assume that's the issue.
I guess.
Used to play in morning games. Maybe the sun's at that exact right spot makes it difficult for a catcher.
Jimmy Jurgensen up with 2 balls and 2 strikes. There are 2 outs. We're in the bottom of the fourth. Called strike 3, and that ends the fourth inning. Sheboygan on top after 4, 9-1.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you don't just feed yourself or your family. You help support programs like Simply Give that feed our neighbors in need.
Thank you.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Wingism number 1, the Flavor Saver. Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 2, the Joker.
Then her dad walked in. Dude, we're done eating. Use a napkin.
You serious?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Why so serious?
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Leading off the fifth inning for Milwaukee is going to be Scott Godasky. Scott struck out his first time up in the second. First pitch swinging, pop up on the infield, and amazing. That ball was extremely catchable, but nobody could find it.
Well, we know it's not just Lash. We saw Kisting have trouble in the top half of the inning.
Yeah.
Or bottom half of the inning, I should say. And must just be the sun placement at the noon time. It just can't seem to find it in the sun. It can be difficult, you know, when that sun's right there in line with the ball. It's very difficult to see until it's on its way down.
If Sheboygan is going to play a afternoon game and start early, it's usually around 1 o'clock. We're at 12:20, so it is earlier than normal, but still. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Hopefully like the missed pop-up an inning ago, this missed pop-up results in a strikeout. And it does.
Lash is just helping out Stone with this strikeout stuff.
Yeah, six strikeout of the game. Had at least 1 strikeout in every inning. Marco Folletti is in. Marco's first at bat, hits one up the middle. Haas couldn't come up with it.
That's a tough play for Haas. Very much up the middle. He had to cover a lot of ground just to get there, and then took a last second little hop.
Yes.
Right over his glove.
I think that's what did it, the hop. Back to the top of the order, Zach Deneau up. Zach is 0 for 2. We're in the top of the 5th inning. Sheboygan on top, 9-1. Casey Stone has been very effective. so far. Folletti on the move and no throw. Give Marco a stolen base. Pickoff attempt by Stone, but Wagner not able to get the tag on the runner in time. Folletti taking a big lead at second. Holy cow.
Maybe he's trying to steal multiple bases, get the third with less than 2 outs. Manufacture run himself.
Maybe he could help Sheboygan by running himself into an out.
Yeah, that would help too.
1 ball and 2 strikes. There is 1 out. There's a hard hit ball in the hole at short. Haas makes the pickup. And no play. Give Deneau a hit.
That was a smart move by Haas to hold on to that one. Almost got Folletti trying to retreat back to third, but great base running. Not get too far off the bag, not lose all his momentum.
As we progress through this top of the 5th, that bases loaded double by Hanselman looks even bigger. Throw back, and they got him. Tried the old double steal. Give Deneau a stolen base at second base, but thrown out at home is Folletti.
And normally on those plays, you see the second baseman run up and make the catch, so he's got power behind him, make that throw home, and Wagner didn't do that and still had enough time to get Folletti on his way home.
Credit Hudson with the strong arm. Now there's 2 outs with the runner on second. And the count, no count. 1 ball and no strikes. A lot happening on that first pitch. That strike evens it up at 1-1. You know, Stone isn't used to pitching a lot of innings in an outing. You wonder if he's running out of gas or not.
And we saw that a couple appearances ago. I think it was Matter who was pitching, and the first 4 innings he looked so strong. I felt like he just kind of ran out of gas. That's what can happen if you're not used to pitching those kind of innings.
And when you see that, it's when the pitcher has trouble throwing strikes.
Yeah, normally. And when they start to tire, their command starts to weaken. And see if Stone, he's looked good so far. He hasn't shown that yet. And we're into the 5th inning now. Deep into the 5th inning.
Oh, they did see it go out of play.
Deneau was really bouncing around out there at second base, trying to distract Stone from the hitter. He hasn't gone yet, but he's making a lot of noise behind him.
Ooh, ball bounced in front of home plate. Connor Lash had no chance.
I don't think Major League catchers were blocking that one either. It looked like it may have hit the plate or directly in front of it.
Actually, I thought it hit in front of the plate. But anyway,
it's
3-2.
Nice to see that kind of bounce.
Yes. Deneau, of course, advances to third. Full count pitch. And a nice easy ball over to Wagner, who makes the easy play, and we're out of the inning. If Sheboygan scores 2 in their half of the 5th, we go home early.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support organizations like Hope House Mission and New Hope Shelter that give people around here warmth, shelter, and care.
Me spells the great taste of Sheboygan.
What does it take to stay in business for 75 years? It's not only featuring USDA choice beef. It's not caring about every single one of our 30 varieties of bratwurst. Nope. After being family-owned for 3 generations, we've learned it's about you. At Miesfeld's Market, we give back to the community, and our customers always come first. Since 1941, we've been feeding our neighbors, so come by and see what we've got today.
Wingism number 3, the Peter Heater.
Oh, so hot.
Oh, so hot!
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 4, tea time.
What are you, having tea with the queen?
Hello.
Nice.
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Brad Reinfleisch is going to lead off the Sheboygan 5th. He's 2 for 2, and we had mentioned he's had that 227 average, now up to 291, and also has an RBI today, so good day for him. Then following Brad will be Emmett Salin and George Haas. Haas with a big day also, yeah. Lucas, with those 2 hits and a couple RBIs.
Yeah, if Reinfleisch and Salem go down, just chalk Haas up for 3 for 3. He's missed their 2 outs today. Both of his hits have been with 2 outs, and both RBI singles.
Claire still on the mound for the Tropics. We mentioned that there will be no home games in this tournament on Sunday here in Sheboygan. All games will be played in West Bend. And if Lucas knows by the end of the second game, he'll give you that information. Otherwise, you'll have to check the Sheboygan A's website.
You probably won't know till
later
after
in the day, right? Yeah.
So maybe if we get some information after the Beavers game.
Player's first pitch is a ball. Top 4 teams from each group advance to Sunday's playoffs in West Bend. That ball is driven deep to left center field, way back there. Diving attempt is made. What a catch out there by Deneau. And Brad is robbed. Oy.
That keeps the Tropics in the game right there. If Brad leads it off with a double, it's starting to look like run rule territory, but what a catch by Deneau. Covered so much ground on that play.
That brings up Emmett Salin. Emmett looking for his first hit of the day. Sheboygan on top 9-1. Hard hit ball to short. Nice one-handed scoop, and the throw over by Zielinski is in time. 2 quick outs in the 5th. And we'll see if George is Mr. 2-out base hit guy.
He'll live up to the name that he's built for himself in today's game.
Player's first pitch is in for a strike. George was at second base yesterday, went 1 for 3. And with his 2 hits today, he's 3 for 6 in the tournament. It's quite a turnaround from his hitting earlier in the season.
Yeah, he wasn't in the ball hard, grounding out a lot softly to infielders, but now we're seeing him get the ball in the air, get it on the barrel, and find himself on base more often.
Pops that one up in foul ground down the right field side. It not hit very high, and not able to be caught. George sitting with a no ball, 2-strike count. We're in the bottom of the 5th. 2-out rally.
Yeah.
Be nice. Get a couple runs.
All he is one on the names. He did his first homer of the year, and then look at that.
And it counts as a walk-off then, right?
It would count. I would say you're ending the game with a swing of the bat.
Pitch is up high. Claire trying to sell it to the umpire too, walking off the mound. My bad, Mr. Blue. That was actually a good pitch, but good job by George to lay off. Evens the count at 2-2.
He's got great discipline on the mound, or at the plate, I should say.
And go from 0-2 to 3-2. So if he walks, does he get to retain the moniker of Mr. 2-Out?
Getting on base.
Ball is swung on and hit into short center field. But the Noah's there, makes the catch, and that ends Sheboygan 5th after 5 complete. The A's on top.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you shop for more than yourself. You help support sustainability in all our communities.
Thank you.
Today, tomorrow, and for years to come.
Oh, we're telling tennis stories up here in the booth, but that'll have to be for another day for you people. We're going to continue with Sheboygan A's baseball. We're going to head into the 6th inning. Sheboygan on top. The key hit of the ball game would have to be in the 3rd inning with 2 outs. Chase Hanselman's bases clearing double pretty much made it an official runaway, and Casey Stone has pitched well, keeping the bats of the Tropics in check.
Stone's day is done.
Oh boy, just when we got done kudoing. Judacker, I've got a, you know what? I think I've got a,
I think he was the MLB The Show guy.
Echo, you know what? He's going to be on the very bottom of the pile because I never see him at the A's games and we never get to call him. Maybe not. He's in here though. I'm going to get him. Judackert. Here we go. He's from Cedar Grove. You should know that guy.
Yep.
The Cedar Grove Belgium High School. Attends Beloit. He's a bean counter guy, majoring in finance. Kisting is the first batter Jude is facing. always nice to get those Sheboygan County guys in the game. See what they can do. Casey went a real nice 5 innings. I'll give you his totals in a minute.
No, Acker, he throws hard, and that left-hander makes it a little more difficult for these Tropic hitters.
In his first year with Sheboygan, ooh, that pitch looked pretty good. Must have been inside. A timeout called at home plate. Kisting is 1 for 2 in the ball game. Singled and struck out. And strikes out again.
Great start to the inning for Acker. Goes into a full count, and that was the perfect pitch, high heater. Got him swinging.
Casey's line, he went 5 innings, gave up 5 hits, 1 run. It was earned. No walks and 6 strikeouts. Very nice outing for Casey Stone.
And that had been his issue. We had talked about it at the start of the game, was the walks.
Yeah, right.
He had great command throughout.
Gabe Zielinski's next. Gabe is the Tropic shortstop. He has an 0 for 2 game going. He's had some nice plays at short, if I recall. Had a nice running pickup and a throw to first earlier in the game. Pitch hangs outside, makes the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. We'll have to give Bill a hard time. He said 12 o'clock. It's after 12:30.
I thought he said 1.
Well, whatever.
I don't know. I thought he's.
You always like to argue with me.
Yeah.
Thought he said he worked till 11:30.
Maybe you want to take a little
which is
break.
kind of a weird time.
Yeah.
Of course, maybe the elevator's not working.
Maybe he's sitting down there right now.
3-2 pitch coming up. And pitch is wide of the zone. First walk of the game by A's pitchers.
And with an 8-run lead, you want to be challenging hitters. Obviously, easier said than done, but don't want to be giving up those walks. Back-to-back full counts that Acker's got himself into after getting 2 strikes early. Can't find a way to put the hitters away, even though he did get Kisting.
Jack Calverley is up. Remember, well, we saw him pitch the other day, Sawyer Kolakowski, and we remember his first season with Sheboygan. He had trouble finding the strike zone. Had a really nice outing the other night, and you know, part of that maturing process, as you play the game a little longer, you start to learn and get a little better at throwing strikes. And of course, maybe we're making a bigger deal after 1 walk than we should.
Oh yeah, of course.
But that's what our job is.
Exactly. Got to talk about something.
Oh. Big breaking ball, but it hangs high and inside. Count is 2-2. There's 1 out. Zielinski with the walk is on first.
He's had a full count to every hitter he's seen, all three of them. 50% success rate.
Yeah, right. Not good enough.
Move it up to 67 here.
Good fastball, good spot, but Jacks with a good swing to follow it off. Ooh, that looked pretty good. Bit of a breaking ball, and Jacks took it. Good pitch by Jude Ackert. Collect his second strikeout.
And you don't want to say pitcher's getting a full count every time, but it's worked more often than not so far for Ackert.
If you're a starting pitcher, it wouldn't be good.
Oh, no.
Accumulating too many pitches. Won't be able to pitch as long. That first pitch to Dan Peterson is a strike. Dan got a hit his last time. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game.
Ackert hasn't had a great feel for his breaking ball. It's been a lot of fastball that's gotten him strikes.
Salen, Ames, and Hanselman as the outfield, left to right. Infield, third to first, Stell, Toss, Wagner, and Jurgensen. Connor Lash doing the catching, and Jude Ackert on the mound. Left-hander pops it up. Jude couldn't catch it. I mean, I don't know what's going on, Lucas. This is just unacceptable, and I mean that seriously. Pop-ups need to be caught.
Yeah, I don't know if it's that much of a pain to sun. I mean, we're now at nearly 1 o'clock where they'd be starting games normally. This should be what they expect. They should be used to it by now.
Well, the other thing, and not to cast aspersions on Connor Lash, but he didn't even get out of his catcher's stance to run after the ball. Batter gets hit. Puts runners on first and second with 2 outs. Jacob Zielinski up. Jacob has grounded out twice.
I've yet to see a ball in play in this 6th inning. But now you got Zielinski, a left-handed hitter, so see if Acker can take advantage of the arm sight advantage. The issue for Acker hasn't been getting ahead. It's been putting hitters away. He seems to get 2 strikes early in counts, and then once he gets there, he can't find that pitch that stuns the hitter.
Looks like a couple of good pitches there. A little bit of a breaking ball on that last one. Jude looks pretty comfortable throwing to left-handed hitters. Tried to get him with a fastball, but Jacob able to foul it off. Ooh.
Feels like once he gets to 2 strikes, he just doesn't know what to do.
Yeah, he's having trouble. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Good fastball, but a little bit outside, apparently. Evens count at 2-2. We're in the top of the 6th of a 7-inning game. And that ball is tapped right at home plate, foul. Good job of hanging in there by Zielinski. Sheboygan will be playing the Milwaukee Beavers on later today at 4 o'clock about. That ball hit the batter in the elbow, and all of a sudden, the bases are loaded.
And still nothing hidden play. It's been a hit by pitch and 2 hit by pitches and a walk and 2 strikeouts. And it's just that 0-2. Once he gets that 0-2 count, he becomes a different pitcher.
Ackert has gone 4 innings so far this year. He's given up 9 runs, all earned.
One of those was a grand slam as well.
Yeah. Another pitch in there for a strike, makes it 0-2. We've been here before, Lucas. No balls and 2 strikes. Soft liner right to Hudson. Wagner, he makes the catch, and that ends the Tropic 6th.
Let me tell you a story about a beer rooted in the heart of America, found in a community where a handshake is a sure contract, brewed for those who found opportunity in challenge and hope in tomorrow, raised by generations, willing to sip, share, risk, remember. This is a story bigger than beer.
Ball game is over. Sheboygan wins it by a score of 9-1. As we were going to commercial break, both teams were lining up to shake hands. We're not sure what the rule is, 8 after 5, or whatever the case might be. But another great win for Sheboygan. They got some nice pitching. Ackert made it a little bit interesting in that last inning, but he got out of it. What are your impressions, Lucas?
Yeah, great pitching by arms who you don't see too often for Sheboygan with Casey Stone and Jude Ackert. They only gave up 1 run, and it was in the first inning to the Tropics, and then the offense came alive in those 2 innings. In the second and third, scoring 9 combined runs. Overall, a great performance for Sheboygan, starting out the tournament strong.
Yeah, they're 2-0 in the tournament. They will be playing again at about 4 o'clock. Lucas will take you through that game. I will not be here. We play the Milwaukee Beavers. Our next home game after that will be on Tuesday night when West Allis comes to town for a 7:30 Wisconsin State League game. With that, for my partner Lucas Schulze, I'm Mike Martin. We'll see you down the road, which will be about 4 o'clock this afternoon.